Okay.
That's disgusting.
Hello and welcome to Higher Deep Dish. This is the show where we chat about an aspect of faith while eating weird slices of pizza. This week we're talking about the Bible. But before we go anywhere else, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video. I'm joined by Clay from Amongst Wolves. How are you doing, Clay?
Hello, I am doing all right. I'm excited.
You're excited?
I'm a little worried about what I'm going to eat, but I'm excited to talk about the Bible. So
that's good. That's good. Yeah, like I said before, this show we eat really weird slices of pizza. Like I've literally thought, what could we put on pizza that I've never had before, and so I've tried it. So this month is a special episode because it's vegan.
What can I say?
So
I'm special.
everything on this is vegan related.
It is.
The pizza's vegan. So if you're a vegan, you can try these toppings at home.
Or not.
But before we try our first slice of pizza, Clay, we're chatting about the Bible. What's it all about? And I suppose my first question is this: what even is the Bible? What is it all about?
Great question to start with. So the Bible is it's literally translated as a library. So it's not one book like it looks like one book, but it's actually 66 books all together by like different authors and stuff. And so yeah, it's a lot more complex than just one book. But actually, all these authors were inspired by God. So it's not just a person that wrote it. Actually, God was inspiring someone to write all the words that's on the pages. And there's loads of different kind of stuff in there. There's loads of different literature. So there's things like historical facts. There's things like poetry. There's things like prophecy, which is looking to the future and what God's going to be doing in the future. And just so many different stuff to read in there. And it's awesome.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Because I always think when you hear the Bible, you think of just one book, isn't it? But like you said, it meaning library is such a better way to look at it, because it's like if you picture walking into like an actual library or a room with loads of books, you'll see loads of different books, and they might not all be the same type of, like some will be like historical and factual, but some will be like songs or poetry, isn't it? And so I suppose that's a good way of looking at it, that it's not just like this happened and this happened and this happened. It's kind of like God's love story to us, isn't it? In a way. Right, before we carry on talking about the Bible, first slice of pizza.
Let's do it.
So I don't know why I chose this topping, because I knew that I would be eating it. But I've gone for the classic pickled onion pizza. Why not?
Okay.
So Clay, will you show that to the pizza cam for me?
I sure will.
Look at that. Look at all those pickled onions.
It's interesting.
I hate pickled things.
I love it. So
no, you
I think
don't.
I've won. I'm half German. They love pickled things, though. That's really good.
Oh my god. Oh, mom.
You get like the sourness of the onion with the pizza. Oh, Joe.
Oh, so gross. Oh, mom.
I'm just gonna carry on.
That was so gross.
That was really good.
That was so disgusting. Wow. Okay, what are you giving that out of 10?
I can't rank it against anything else yet.
Yeah.
So I'll start with a solid 6.
Even that's it. That's pretty strong.
Genuinely really good.
Gina gave strong points last time.
I would have it again.
I'm gonna give that a 2. That's possibly the worst slice I've had doing high deep dish. All right. Second question about the Bible then. Why is it important that we read the Bible? Like, what's the point? If it's there, if it exists, why do we read it?
It's important because it explains who God is and it explains what he's done on the earth since the beginning of the world. That's how the book actually starts. It starts with the creation of the world and why God created it. And it talks about the story of God rescuing us. It's a rescue plan of starting with the creation and going into rescuing his people, his country that he chose, and then going into the story of Jesus and what he did on the cross to actually rescue us from the brokenness and the corruption in this world and from all the sin. And actually we're rescued from that. and it's just this beautiful story. Always pointing to Jesus from the beginning to the end, and explaining who God is and what it means to be a Christian, what it means to live for God today.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm guessing, so what you're saying kind of is like to understand God, like we need to read the Bible because that's God's story for us. Yeah, I suppose that God speaks to us through the Bible.
Completely.
I mean, like, have you ever had experience with that? Like,
yeah, 100%. Like the amount of times where I've been like, God, I need your help right now. I don't understand something, or I need some help in this situation. And actually, I go to the Bible and I read something. It's exactly what I need to hear in that exact moment.
Right. Before we go on to the next question, slice 2.
Slice 2. It
All
better
right.
be as good as the onions.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited about this one. I'm genuinely excited about this one. I thought I'd do a mixture of nice and horrible. So, I've for years been hearing about how amazing the vegan sausage roll at Greg's is.
Oh,
Yeah.
delicious.
So I decided to do, for a vegan special, to do the Greg's vegan sausage roll pizza. Oof. And I've also got a bit of a gravy dipping sauce.
Ooh.
So I thought, what goes well with sausage roll?
Gravy.
Delicious,
yeah.
Look at all that gravy.
Put it right in the middle. Get the gravy on the sausage roll. That is good.
Oh my goodness.
It's quite salty.
It is very salty. I feel like we've come up with something here though.
I think so. That is delicious.
All right, that was genuinely really good. Genuinely really good. What would you give that out of 10?
It was really good, but I still preferred the pickled onion.
No, you didn't.
I really did.
Who are you? All right, what are you giving it?
A 5. Solid. It's good.
I'm giving that a 5 out
5
of
is
10.
good.
Right, I'm giving that an 8.
Wow.
I enjoyed that.
Wow.
I thought that was good. Let's move on to our third question, Clay. Which sounds kind of stupid actually when I thought about it, but like, how do you actually read the Bible?
How do you read the Bible?
I mean, and I like, as in,
You open the book, put on the glasses, and you read it.
I feel like I don't know where to always start with the Bible, and how do you read it? Where do you start? What? Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a big book, and often people will just flick around to like different places. So it is important to know kind of how to read it. And basically, like I said, it's split up into 66 books.
Yeah.
And they've all got names, obviously. And then each book is split into chapters.
Yeah.
And then each chapter is split into verses. So we've got the book, we've got the chapters, and we've got the verses. So a verse is usually like a sentence or two.
Okay, so I suppose it's similar to normal books we read. Like we have a book and a chapter, but we don't really use to have verses.
No.
So they're like the smaller sentences.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They're like the really tiny, and they're like teeny little numbers next to it.
Okay.
That you figure out. So for example, if I say John 3:16, which is a really like famous part of the Bible, you go to the book of John, you go to chapter 3 and verse 16, and then you read
I'm going to
that.
give this a go.
Ooh.
Just saying as well, there is a really great app for the Bible. You don't have to have a physical book. There's this app, which is YouVersion, right? And then that has literally any book of the Bible.
It's so good.
It is good.
So helpful.
So you're saying, so if I click on John,
chapter 3.
So chapter 3, and then if I scroll down to 16, and it says, "This is how God loved the world, he gave his one and only son, so that everyone who believes in him will not perish but have eternal life." Yeah. So where would you start? Like, if someone was like, Clay, where should I start reading the Bible? What would you say?
So normally, I read a book from beginning to end. I don't know about you. That's what I normally do.
No way.
I know, weird, right? But
Weird.
I don't do that with the Bible, you see, because it doesn't necessarily make sense. Because they're all different books, it doesn't really always make sense. So really, if you've never read the Bible before, I would start with one of what's called the Gospels. So there's 4 different Gospels, and I would start with, we'll say John. John's a great one to start with. Just reading through John, and then reading through the rest of the Gospels, which is Matthew, Mark, Luke. Starting with that is just a great place because it's all about Jesus, and that's ultimately what the Bible is all about. It's all focused on what Jesus has done.
Is it important to know the situation of a book before you read it?
I think it really is, yeah, because there's some parts of the Bible where if you just read it factually or whatever, you're like, this makes no sense, this
Yeah.
is really weird, they're talking about weird stuff, I don't like this, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop. But actually, it's remembering the context of it, it's trying to understand it beforehand. So there's different ways of understanding that. There's this really great website, which is also on YouTube, called the Bible Project.
Yes.
They
yeah.
have great little videos, just like an animated video, where they talk about the context of it. It's really useful, really helpful. I definitely recommend that.
Sick. So yeah, that's the Bible Project.
Bible
And if
Project.
you search it up on YouTube and then put the book of the Bible that you want to know about,
Yeah.
so you could put the Bible Project John, and then they would explain
Yeah,
John.
yeah.
Cool. All right, are you ready for the next slice of pizza, Clay?
I'm so ready.
So this slice of pizza, obviously I love bacon, but this is vegan special, so we can't have bacon.
No
so
to
I
the
thought, what's a
bacon.
good replacement for bacon?
Bacon.
Frazzles, the
Ah.
crisps. You know the crisp Frazzles?
I do know the crisps.
Because they're completely vegan.
Yes!
They're
I didn't
vegan.
actually know that.
They're vegan.
I'm gonna have them all
I
the
checked
time
the
now.
label.
Thank you,
Don't worry.
appreciate that.
So if you could show it to the pizza cam.
Pizza cam.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, it doesn't, it caught, it got a little bit burned. So.
Wait,
we'll
you
give-
cooked it? That's amazing.
I cooked it. I'm not going to go half-hearted on this. I didn't just put them on top. I cooked it on the pizza.
I love it.
All right, Frazzles pizza, everybody. Let's
Frazzles.
give it a go.
Give me crunchy. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh, it's going everywhere.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
I think my mistake
Well, cooking it.
was cooking the Frazzles because they have gone really, how would you describe it?
Well, I was expecting crunch. I did not get crunch.
Yeah, they've gone like
Soft and
really hard and
yeah.
chewy. All right, what are you giving that out of 10, Clay?
Taste is really good.
Yeah.
It tastes really good. Texture, really
It's all
not
wrong,
good.
all wrong, all wrong.
So I'm gonna say a 3.
That's not as bad as the first. I'm gonna give that a 3. A 3 out of 10. All right, final question. The final one before our final slice of pizza. Really simply, what is your favourite bit of the Bible? Or favourite Bible passage, or verse, or chapter? Like, what's your favourite bit?
I feel like it changes all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'll read some bit of it and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. This is exactly what I need to hear. I love it. It's my favourite. But I think one that's really stuck with me for a long time is a place called 2 Corinthians,
Yeah.
chapter 12,
Yeah.
verse 10. And it says, my grace is enough for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. And that is God saying it to this guy, Paul. But actually it's for all of us, as we've established, that actually the Bible is for all of us. It's saying that actually God is bigger than our issues, God is bigger than our weaknesses, and he will help us through that. And I love that.
So I think before we go on to the last slice of pizza, thing that we would encourage you from today is just like go and try the Bible. Just try
Yeah.
reading it. Just start. Start on one of the Gospels
Yeah.
in the New
Matthew,
Testament.
Mark, Luke, or John.
Right, Clay, final slice. I like to do with my pizzas on this program kind of like a starter, which is the pickled onions, and mains, which is like the Frazzles and the sausage roll.
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I like to do a dessert.
Okay.
Okay. And because it needed to be vegan, I found vegan angel slices.
I'm not excited about this one.
So yeah, do you want to show it to
I'd
the
love
pizza
to.
cam? So yeah, as you can see, it's wonderful, and again, I caught it a little bit in the oven, so it's,
Yeah, I
it's
can see
baked
that.
a little bit.
Baked well.
I'm ready. I think this is gonna be good. I'm conflicted. I kind of like it.
It's like sweet and savoury, but not in a good way.
That's up there for me.
Really?
I'm gonna give that
Oh.
a 6.5 out of 10. 6.5.
One.
Is that your worst one?
That is disgusting.
That was higher deep dish. If next time we do this, if you'd like to see any particular toppings on pizzas, we'll give them a go. You literally just need to put in the comments what pizza topping you'd like us to do, and we'll try it, as long as it's not too crazy. Thank you so much for joining us. Anything more to say, Clay?
Don't ever put, what is it, angel cake on pizza.